Welcome everyone to the Diamond at Leander, where the Leander Lions and the Hayes Rebels are moved up the first pitch to 6:15, try to beat the front that's coming through the weather and get the rubber match in. The Lions and Rebels split a doubleheader on Thursday. We have a pregame interview from Coach Grissom, and we'll go to that right now. Hopefully we can get this game underway when we get back. You're listening to Leander Lions Baseball. I'm Chuck Kracy with Mark Sickles and Rich Hensley on SHN Sports. Here's Coach Grissom's interview. We're here pregame for the rubber match between the Lions and the Hayes Rebels here at the Diamond at Leander with Coach Matt Grissom of the Leander Lions. Coach, you were able to go down and split a couple of games with the Hayes Rebels on Thursday of last week, kind of an extended break, and then you're here for the rubber match. Who's on the mound, and what can we expect from the Lions tonight?
Well, we're going to start Mason Montgomery for us tonight, and we know that Mason's going to give us a great chance to win. We need to find that success with him on the mound. We haven't last time out, so we feel good about our chances tonight with him being on the rubber and on the mound for the Lions. So looking forward to seeing what he can do.
Now the bats have been still staying pretty hot throughout all of this. Talk about your hitters and who do you feel is really kind of hitting their stride right now?
We had 10, 11 hits there against Hayes. We bunted the ball well. We moved runners around. Really happy with what Nola's doing at the top of the lineup, being able to find different ways to get on. We've had some really good clutch hitting in the middle of the lineup with Mason and Joel and Hudson. But Omar's come up with some big hits too, the bottom half of the order. We've had some consistency at the plate, being able to continually put pressure on our opponent. And I think that's the biggest difference than when we're successful and when we're not. But I'm just really pleased with some really quality at bats we've been putting together.
And defensively, we've played pretty well, but we've had some breakdowns at times. How have you focused on any work defensively?
Yeah, well, we've talked about that. We've worked at it. We worked on it yesterday, making sure that we're focusing and we're anticipating the ball being hit to us, and that just the bare fundamentals of knowing what we're going to do with it when it's hit to us, and anticipate the ball being in play. It's very true. We put a lot of unnecessary pressure on ourselves sometimes when we don't make the routine play. It's if you throw strikes and make the routine plays, you're gonna be successful, and the boys know that. They know that. We talk about it. It's sometimes it's a little bit easier.
Sometimes there's a level of comfort that makes those plays easier for some kids, and then other kids maybe not so much. And I think you see the work being put in by these guys.
Absolutely.
And they're that close on a lot of those plays. There are a couple of plays at the plate that could have been outs for us against Hayes.
For sure. We talk about simple elementary things about how to receive the ball, how to make tags.
Yeah, sometimes the ball was just a little high for the tag.
That's right.
Against Hayes.
So we talk about those things a lot, and the importance of making sure that the boys know that their position and anticipation are really, really important.
Awesome. Well, good luck tonight, Coach.
We're
0-0 tonight.
That's right.
And we expect to be 1-0 at the end.
Yes, sir. Go Lions. Thanks.
One last question unrelated to baseball. I hear rumor tell of a certain meal every Tuesday night at the Grissom household.
Oh, man, I'm not going to tell any stories on that.
You're not going to tell any stories on that? Okay. Well, I think it's pretty standard for a Tuesday being Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. Don't be letting my secrets out now.
Okay. Well, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Diamond at Leander, and that was the pregame interview with head coach of the Leander Lions, Coach Matt Grissom. The Lions have Mason Montgomery on the mound, as Coach Grissom said. Lions wearing their blue jerseys with white numbers and lettering trimmed in red. They're going to be wearing their red hats and white pants, red socks, and red belt. The Hayes has got similar blue jerseys as the Lions. They have red letters outlined in white, and they're also wearing white pants. So hopefully they'll be wearing their blue hats at least, and so there'll be a contrast there. But we get ready to start the game 3 of this series. The Lions able to defeat Vista Ridge 2-1 in the opening series of District 25 6A, and then they dropped 3 to the Vandergrift Vipers in series number 2 and have a chance here to win series 3 against the Rebels. Right now, the Vista Ridge Rangers have an opportunity to sweep those very same Vandergrift Vipers, and so you see how competitive District 25 6A is and how bunched up it is, especially once you get past the team at the top, the Lake Travis Cavaliers, who the Lions happen to play on Friday, Saturday, and Tuesday of next week. And we're going to get started here. Leading off for the Hayes Rebels is going to be number 3, Seth Stevenson.
Yeah, let's see if we can survive the pollen clouds that were blowing by just a few minutes ago when the wind picked up, and the wind is now blowing out straight to center field.
Yeah, it looks like it cleared up a little bit, but yeah, that was pretty ominous for those of us with allergies. My head started hurting immediately when I saw it. Second pitch from Montgomery, fastball on the outside corner, fouled back by the leadoff hitter Seth Stevenson for the Rebels, and he's down 0-2 in the count here to open the game. Stevenson taking a little bit of time outside the box. He steps back in. Montgomery starts the windup. There's the pitch, high and outside for a ball. It's going to be a 1-2 count now to the leadoff hitter. Gets him swinging on that pitch.
Good pitch right there to get the third strike across. First out of the game.
And you like to see Montgomery work pretty quickly here on the mound. It looks like we kind of got a break. It looked pretty ominous for a few minutes, but it looks like it's cleared up a little bit. Montgomery's first delivery to the next hitter, Garrison Vaughn, the right fielder, is high for a ball.
Yeah, just checking the weather. It's about 78 degrees right now from what the phone says, but the wind is clearly blowing, and it's supposed to get down to 46 tonight.
That delivery fouled into foul territory. Rios there and able to make the play in foul territory. Nice job by Joel Rios. He got the win in the second game on Thursday on the mound, and he does pretty well defensively there on that play. So 2 outs, and coming to the plate now, Aiden Martinez, the first baseman for the Hayes Rebels. Had a home run in the second game against the Lions. Montgomery's first delivery outside for a ball. I'm not surprised. He's going to be a little bit cautious with this hitter.
Yeah, especially with the wind blowing out.
1-0 delivery here from Montgomery. Brings the heat on that one, and Martinez could not catch up to it. 1-1 count.
Yeah, he went outside on the first pitch and then brought the heat on the inside corner and got it right past him.
Yeah, Martinez wasn't really ready for that one. I guess that first pitch wasn't quite as fast. 1-1 delivery here from Montgomery, outside for a ball. Kind of set him up just like that on the first couple of pitches. Let's see what he does here on the 2-1 delivery. Montgomery in the windup. There's the pitch. Right across the plate, about knee-high for a strike. The count's even now at 2. Montgomery working pretty well here in the first inning for the Lions. Martinez resets and steps back into the batter's box. Montgomery takes the signal. Winds up, delivers, and gets him swinging for the third out of the first inning. And the Lions, and behind the pitching of Mason Montgomery, put the Hayes Rebels down 1-2-3, and we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Leander Line Baseball on SHN Sports. We'll be right back.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Safe driving should be rewarded. That's Allstate's stand. Contact your local Allstate agent, Amy Maddox, at 512-257-1753. You're in good hands with Allstate.
This is Coach Grissom, and you're listening to Leander Line Baseball on SHN Sports.
Welcome back to the Diamond at Leander, where the Lions are getting ready to have their first 3 at-bats in the first inning. Leading off for Leander will be Noel Salazar, shortstop. Noel hitting .229 on the season. He's one of the more accomplished bunters and really a solid defensive player in the middle there for the Lions.
Yeah, he's done a great job so far, stepping up as, like you said, a sophomore and, holding his own out there. It's always rough when you first, break in to varsity level baseball, but he's done a really good job this year, and so he's done a really good job at the plate also with his speed.
Yeah, it's a significant jump when you get to a varsity level on really any sport, and baseball being so precise at times and really a unique sport. It's a tough thing to be a sophomore and on the varsity, and Salazar is doing a fine job and leading off for the Lions all season, and including tonight. He's coming to the plate now.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a base runner on. Hayes went 3 up, 3 down the first inning with 2 strikeouts for Mason Montgomery. So let's see if Salazar can get on base and get the run started.
They get this thing started early here. He steps into the box, first delivery. Slap to the shortstop, and it's an out. The pitcher for the Hayes Rebels is Ulysses Tovar. And he's one pitch in, and he's got an out. Coming up now for the Lions is Mason Montgomery, the pitcher for Leander. And that's unfortunate. Salazar hit it right to the shortstop.
Yeah, it was a nice solid hit and right at him. Now we have another pop-up in the infield.
And Montgomery hits a towering fly that the shortstop able to get that one as well. And so with 2 outs that's Liljadal for the Hayes Rebels with it.
Yeah, 2 pitches, 2 outs.
You like to see the Lions swinging like that. You just hope they can put it into play. Coming up now is Hudson Ruin. He's DHing for Clayton Maddox, the catcher. First delivery high and inside for a ball. Ruin looked like he might have been taking there.
Don't swing.
1-0 delivery. A little bit outside for a ball. I almost caught that front corner, but Tovar just missed it, and Ruin up 2-0 in the count here.
Yeah, Tovar comes about 3/4, and you see breaking far to the outside and a little bit of tail on the fastball. That one went straight down the middle there, but comes across 3/4. Doesn't have blazing speed, but it looks like he has a little bit of break on his ball.
It looks like he's able to pinpoint his pitches pretty well, at least here early. 2-1 delivery here from Tovar. Big cut from Ruin. He couldn't quite catch up to it as it drops out of the strike zone. Evens the count up at 2 with 2 outs. No runners on here. Bottom of the first inning. We're scoreless. Ruin sets up. Tovar gets the signal. He starts his delivery. It's low for a ball, and the count's full to Ruin, and he has an opportunity here to put a runner on the base paths for the Lions.
Yeah, a lot of the Hayes Rebels are trotting off the field, but excellent call by the umpire.
Yeah, that pitch was pretty low. Almost in the dirt. Full count delivery from Tovar. Slapped up the middle by Ruin. Liljadal there with a scoop, and he gets the throw. It's dropped by the first baseman, and so Ruin on with an error by the first baseman, and that is Martinez there at first base.
Hey, you don't see that often with the ball popping straight out of the first baseman's glove. Maybe a new glove or something, but yeah, you don't see that happen too often.
And so the Lions with a base runner on bring up Joel Rios. Rios, the winner in the last game on Thursday night, pitching pretty nice, mostly complete game, 6 2/3 innings. First delivery to Rios outside for a ball. Kellum came in and closed that out for the Lions and pick up his 3rd save in district play. So we got a 1-0 count to Joel Rios. Here's the pitch from Tovar. High for a ball. Rios is going to make Tovar throw strikes. Rios, pretty clutch hitter for the Lions.
Yeah, should be looking at something over the plate right here. Find that pitch and drive it with the 2-0 count.
That one grounded to third. We got a timeout, though, prior to the pitch. We got a balk call. So Ruin moves to second base on the balk. Count remains 2 balls, no strikes. Rios back in the box. Tovar looks up to second base where Ruin gets a little bit of a lead.
Rios needs to just find that perfect pitch right here.
There's a gap between second and short right now. That delivery in the dirt. Rios is looking at a 3-0 count. Ruin in safe at third. So the Lions have a runner just 90 feet away from their first run of the game. Rios can just lift one out of the infield here.
I'd be surprised if he gives him anything fat here with the runner on third, 2 outs, has an open base, but you never know.
Rios probably has the go-ahead to swing. That one inside for a ball, and Rios on walks. So Hensley will come to the plate now with runners on the corners and 2 outs.
First base, out Hensley.
Got a good opportunity here. A lot of things that the Lions can do right now. They can try and steal second base, hit and run. 2 outs here, not going to do any type of bunting here, but it'll give them some opportunities to open up the infield or the outfield for a base hit.
Well, Hensley hitting .293 on the year. He steps in the box. Tovar looks at the runners, starts his windup. There's a pitch. Hensley swinging on that first delivery, fouls it behind the first base bleachers here, beyond the batting cages behind us, and it's a 0-1 count to Hensley. Tovar taking his time with runners on.
Outfielders playing deep.
That delivery on the outside corner for a strike, and Hensley down 0-2 here. He's got to protect the plate here with 2 outs. Opportunity to play to run here. Tovar starts his windup. There's a pitch. Hensley goes down swinging. A little bit outside, but he went after it. He was going to protect the plate no matter what, and the Lions go down after an error and a base on balls and 2 base runners. They leave 2, and the score will remain 0-0 as we go into the top of the second inning. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Leander Lions Baseball on SHN Sports. We'll be right back.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Welcome back to the Diamond at Leander. Want to take a moment to mention our Grand Slam sponsors. They include Lowe's, Leander Orthodontics at 512-260-5300, at Take 5 Haircuts at 512-506-9055, Timmons Insurance Agency 512-402-0595, Malik & Company, Texas Spine and Injury Center in Austin, Simply Fit. Coming to the plate now for the Rebels, Andrew Cisneros, the catcher. First delivery, a strike to Cisneros on the inside corner. Montgomery dealing so far tonight. 0-1 delivery here. Outside for a ball. That thing was coming quickly. So the count even at 1 to Cisneros. Montgomery starts the windup. There's the delivery, fouled off by Cisneros behind the first base bleachers for a 1-2 count.
Better job of getting ahead in the count and not going so deep in the count. Throwing strikes and doing a good job.
A little better control. The strike zone seems to be more reasonable this game as well. That pitch inside for a ball Maddox had set up outside, but it came back across the plate a little bit low, I guess, because it was right across the plate. So that's going to be a 2-2 count now to the catcher for the Rebels. Montgomery gets a new ball, talks to Maddox, sets back up on the rubber, starts the windup, 2-2 delivery. Popped foul out of play into the ropes course on the first base side. Count will stay even at 2. Cisneros almost caught up to that one. We'll see what Montgomery brings on the 2-2 delivery here. Slap to center field by Cisneros. Young on his horse, but it's going to one hop to the wall, and it'll be a double for the catcher of the Hayes Rebels, Andrew Cisneros. He goes in standing up.
Yeah, it looked like he was throwing not really a curve, but more of a breaking pitch, and left it up high, and he just drove it out towards center field. He saw it kind of break back in over the plate, being the left-handed pitcher, so he wasn't throwing his fastball. It looked like he was throwing a breaking pitch, came over and left it up a little bit too high.
And Young was, the ball got out there in a hurry. Young was on his horse to try to get it, but he was just trying to cut it off as best he could because it got out there quickly. So with runner on second, no outs. Coming to the plate now is Chase Rustin, the center fielder for the Rebels. Montgomery looks back at the lead runner, delivers the first pitch to Rustin. Bunt attempt.
Almost.
And it got by the first baseman, Hensley. And it looks like the runner's safe at first. And that'll move Cisneros over to third. And the Rebels, with the runners on the corners there, with no outs. And that's going to be an E3, looks like.
Well, Hensley came in for the bunt, and he was able to push it by, made a great attempt at it. Then the ball got past him towards the first base. Montgomery was unable to pick it up and tag him out, so now runners at the corners.
It was kind of an in-betweener. There's a steal attempt and a throw by Maddox as they try to get Cisneros in a pickle, cut off by the second baseman Beltran right beyond the pitcher Montgomery. Cisneros not biting. It's a 1-0 count now to Ulysses Tovar, the pitcher. Slap to third, and a bad hop. Rios gets by him on that bad hop. It'll be a run scored for the Rebels. Nice job by the Lions to hold the runner there at third, but that will be a run scored for Hayes, and they'll have a runner on third. And a runner, Tovar, moves over to second after that. It's going to be an E5. So the Lions with the second error this half inning. No outs. Coming to the plate now will be number 8, Richard Liljadal. He's the shortstop for the Rebels. He's got 2 runners on, no outs.
The corner's playing in to try and keep that run from getting across the plate. Still got the force out at first base.
That one fouled back by Liljadal for a strike.
Yeah, don't want to give up too many more runs here. Hopefully no more runs.
Yeah, you could see him striking out the side as well, though. So let's see here. 0-1 delivery from Montgomery. A little bit inside for a ball. That one looked like it might have grabbed that corner, but the umpire didn't think so.
Yeah, with no outs here, he doesn't need to be messing around trying to be cute. Just see if he can get the out by himself or get an easy pop-up or ground ball.
1-1 delivery. Still too far inside to Liljadal. Umpire shakes his head no. 2-1 count now. Montgomery trying to hit that inside corner there. Starts his windup. There's the delivery. Liljadal can't catch up to that one. It's a 2-2 count now. There's an opportunity to get that first out. You want to leave it a single run. You don't want any crooked numbers up there for the Rebels if you can help it. 2-2 pitch. And
there it
is.
is.
Swinging. And there's the first out of the second.
Great pitch. Low and outside, right on the outside corner, about knee high, and couldn't catch up to it.
So Isidro Tovar, the DH for the third baseman, Jeremy Copeland, will come to the plate now. He's batting in the 8th hole for the Hayes Rebels. Montgomery starts the delivery. There's a pitch right down the middle for a strike. Tovar, I guess, needed to look at it first. He was probably told to take. 0-1 delivery coming up from Montgomery. He starts the windup, looks back at the runner on second, delivers home. Bunt attempt by Tovar, and that's a strike. So Montgomery may be thinking, I'll take care of these myself.
Yeah, got the number 8 and 9 hitters coming up right here, so see if he can take care of it himself.
Well, he got a chance here with an 0-2 delivery to Isidro Tovar, high and outside for a ball. Nice job by Clayton Maddox to get his glove up there, snag that one out of the air, and prevent any advancement of the runners. So got a 1-2 delivery from Montgomery. There's the pitch.
There it is.
Him swinging for the second strikeout of the inning and the fourth overall for Montgomery, but he has given up a run, and so coming up to the plate now, number 15, the left fielder, Drew Cooper.
That was a nice high fastball, about letter high, and he just could not catch it.
Tough pitch.
Very tough pitch.
Montgomery starts the windup to Cooper. First delivery in for a strike. A little bit outside, but Cooper was swinging.
Yeah, Montgomery just needs to focus right now, get this third out, and get out of here.
Second delivery popped up. May stay in fair play. Hensley hustling to the fence. Couldn't quite catch up to it. It's the second strike. So we got a 0-2 count now to Cooper, and as we said, Montgomery might have a chance to just work himself out of this jam here. There's a chance to get the third strikeout of the inning if he can get it by Cooper here. 0-2 delivery. Maddox sets up a little bit outside, a little high for a ball. Cooper wanted to swing and then backed off a little bit.
Nice pitch right there. Doesn't leave it over the plate where an 0-2 count you're going to be trying to protect and you're going to be swinging at anything close, but nice pitch to try and draw him outside on that third strike.
He almost swung. That one inside and low for a ball. Nice job by Maddox. Keep it in front of him. It's going to be a 2-2 count now to Cooper with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Cooper in the box. Montgomery starts the 2-2 windup. Here's the pitch.
Right down the middle.
Right
oh, you've got to be kidding me.
They're going to say it's a full count. Montgomery was moving to the dugout. It looked like it was right down the pipe, but I'm going to say it's a little bit high. Yeah, even the second base umpire was moving off. Full count here for Montgomery to Cooper. Here's the delivery. Gets him swinging for the third strikeout. Can't deny that one. He swung at it.
Good job coming back to
so,
get that third strikeout.
Lions give up 1. We'll move to the top of the third inning, or the bottom of the second, rather. We get to bat. But we'll take a break. So you're listening to Leander Lions Baseball on SHN Sports. For Mark Sickles and Rich Hensley, I'm Chuck Kracy. We'll be right back.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Safe driving should be rewarded. That's Allstate's stand. Contact your local Allstate agent, Amy Maddox, at 512-257-1753. You're in good hands with Allstate. Welcome back to the Diamond at Leander. Coming to the plate for the Lions is the second baseman, Anthony Beltran. Beltran hitting .250 on the year. He's got 44 at-bats. 11 hits, including 8 singles and 3 doubles. He has, let's see here, he's driven in 6 runs and scored 2 runs. He's been hit by 1 pitch. Beltran likes that gap in the in right center field. Let's see what he does with the starter for the Rebels, Ulysses Tovar. First delivery. Outside for a ball.
You have to like the name Ulysses. You don't see that often.
No. And his brother's Isidro, so it's Ulysses and Isidro. Pretty good combination. That one in for a strike on the outside corner. It's a 1-1 count. It sounds like a law firm. Tovar and Tovar. That one outside for a ball. Beltran looking at a 2-1 count from Ulysses Tovar. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball, and Beltran works it into a nice hitter's count, 3-1. Let's see what Tovar brings on this delivery. Outside for a ball, and Beltran on the base paths for the lines.
Good job staying off that pitch right there. Tovar's mixing him up with speed and where he's throwing it inside and outside, doing a pretty good job of mixing up his pitches. He just didn't have control over that series of pitches there to Beltran.
It does appear to be an overpowering pitcher, but he does have pretty good placement, at least to this point. And he's got a runner on now with no outs, and Omar Hernandez, the left fielder for the Lions, at the plate. First delivery on the outside front corner for a strike. That's a tough pitch to hit there. Hernandez lays off of it. He's got an 0-1 count now. Hernandez doesn't have a high batting average, but he has some clutch hits for the Lions. Coach Grissom mentioned that in the pregame interview.
Yeah, third baseman's kind of pinching it a little bit, looking possibly for a bunt. Middle infield is playing back for the double play.
Tovar's going to make Beltran get back on the first base. He's not going to let Beltran get too much of a lead. Delivery home, high and inside for a ball. That's a big breaking pitch. So it's a 1-1 count to Hernandez. No outs here, bottom of the second inning.
And watching Omar play for many years with my son, he's looking for something fat to drive.
He got a high pitch and he got under it, and the second baseman able to get the out. So high fly ball by Hernandez, and Beltran will remain at first base.
Playing right field, Noah Kellum.
That second baseman with the play, Seth Stevenson for Hayes. Noah Kellum, the right fielder, is at the plate now. Noah, relief pitcher as well. Doesn't have a ton of plate opportunities. First delivery, he's swinging foul on the third base side. Got an 0-1 count now to Kellum. Beltran on first. Lions down 1.
See if the Lions put a little bit of pressure on him right here.
That pitch inside for a ball evens the count at 1. Kellum has some power. 1-1 count. Outside for a ball. 2-1 count. Good eye by the right fielder. Kellum back in the batter's box. 2-1 delivery here from Tovar. Kellum drives it right back up the middle for a base hit, his first of the season. And the Lions have 2 runners on.
Good job hitting right there by Kellum. He was laying off the inside and outside pitches that are about maybe 2 inches off the plate, and he was waiting for a nice fastball over the middle, and he saw it and drove it right up the middle, center field.
Yeah, nice job at the plate, and the Lions 2 runners on with 1 out. Bring to the plate the center fielder, Alex Young. Young hitting .263 on the year. He's had 38 at bats, 10 hits, 8 singles, a double and a triple. He has scored 4 runs and driven in 6. So Ulysses Tovar starts the windup to Young. Here's the first pitch delivery, slapped high and shallow center. Center fielder able to get in and under it for the out. It's the second out here in the bottom of the second. Coming to the plate will be the leadoff hitter for the Lions tonight, Noel Salazar, the sophomore shortstop. Opportunity here to get him an RBI. He's got a runner in scoring position at second in the person of Anthony Beltran. Tovar looks at Beltran, delivers home to Salazar, slapped to left center, and that's going to be a base hit, and Beltran will score from second, and Young will probably score from first. He rounds third, and he's going to go, and the cutoff man misses. Triple for Noel Salazar as he empties the bases with that one. Lions up now 2-1.
Yeah, great job of hitting by Salazar. I was about to say you got to be patient up here with a pitcher like Tovar that's not overpowering with speed, but he saw the pitch that he liked and he drove it out to right center field, got his bat out, and that just carried out there to the wall. Great job of hitting.
And now Montgomery with an opportunity to add to that lead with a runner on third in Salazar. Here's the delivery from Tovar. Chopped foul. Coach King almost got the barehanded snag there. Looked like he was being very defensive. We got an 0-1 count now to Montgomery. We got a little timeout as the ball bounced off the fence and into play. Line player retrieved it. 0-1 delivery here from Tovar. Slapped to short. That's a base hit, and Salazar will come in. And Montgomery will round first and think better of going to second as the outfielders for the Rebels able to get the ball in. And Hudson Ruin will come up to the plate with 2 outs and see if he can extend this 2-out rally that the Lions are put together here in the second. And, you know, we talked about it with Coach Grissom pregame. The Lions have been pretty hot at the plate, and they continue that here tonight. Ruin ready to face off with Ulysses Tovar. Ruin got on an error by the first baseman in his first at bat and advanced over to third base before he was stranded. Takes that one for a strike. Tovar looking at the runner at first. Starts his delivery to Ruin. Ruin slaps it to the shortstop. Liljadal. He pulls the first baseman off, and Martinez is able to tag Ruin, looks like, and so they call him out there at first. And so with a 6-3, Hayes finally gets out of their jam, and the Lions take the lead here in the second, 3-1.
Now he's going to appeal that call right there, the throw to first base. He had to jump off the bag, and they're going to say, the second base umpire is going to say that he came down and tagged him before he touched the bag. Obviously, he was clearly off the bag, and he wasn't able to make the force out, but see if he get him with the tag.
Yeah, I didn't really see the tag be applied. I mean, he swung the tag, but the umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt.
And they're going to give him the put out there.
Yeah, and Coach Grissom sends the defense out. And we'll mention our sponsors real quick as we head into the top of the third inning. Montgomery will remain the pitcher for the Lions. And those sponsors, you know, it's the time of year that you're working on your landscaping. You can get those supplies at a Lions sponsor. That's Lowe's. Leander Orthodontics, there for your orthodontic needs at 512-260-5300. Take 5 haircuts. Everybody needs a haircut every now and again. I've seen a few of the players on both teams who probably can afford a haircut. Go to Take 5 at 512-506-9055. Timmons Insurance Agency. I can attest that they do a great job as I got my auto insurance through Timmons at 512-402-0595. Malik & Company for your realty needs. Texas Spine and Injury Center. Well, that's pretty obvious what they do, spine and injury health. And then, of course, Austin Simply Fit for when you're ready to finally do your New Year's resolution, even though it's now April 3rd. So coming to the plate for the Hayes Rebels will be number 3, Seth Stevenson, to start the third inning. He'll face Montgomery. He struck out his first at bat to open the game. First delivery from Montgomery outside for a ball.
Montgomery started out with 2 strikeouts out of the first 3 batters and hit that little rough patch when he gave up the double and then the bunt and then the error, but then ended up with 3 more strikeouts. So he has 5 strikeouts in 2 innings so far.
That one fouled to the football players that are in off season. Of course, they didn't catch it. It bounced off the. We got a 1-1 count now in the peanut gallery, letting them hear about it. I think they were like, whoa. There were no receivers over there, though. They look like linemen to me. That delivery fouled off. It's a 1-2 count to Stevenson. Montgomery gets ahead of the leadoff hitter here in the 3rd. He's also the leadoff hitter in the lineup for the Rebels, playing second. 1-2 delivery, fouled back. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, the wind has picked up. It's still blowing, and you see a lot of people putting blankets on. And those that didn't bring long sleeves, well, good luck tonight. It's gonna be cold.
I kind of regret not grabbing my jacket now. That one slapped foul to stay alive by Stevenson. He was fooled by that pitch by Montgomery, but he was able to remain alive by getting a piece of it. A nice off-speed delivery from the pitcher, and he starts his windup. 1-2 pitch outside for a ball count even now at 2. Leadoff hitter still wearing those aqua blue cleats.
Yeah, I definitely can tell it's the leadoff batter with him walking up in those shoes.
2-2 delivery from Montgomery and gets him swinging, and that's the 2nd strikeout that he's had against Montgomery, and that's the
6th
strikeout. Oh yeah, that is the 6th.
Yeah, it's a good start. You don't want to come back after taking a 3-1 lead, putting 3 up on the board after the Rebels jump on top, and then put the leadoff batter on. So good job by Montgomery getting that first out.
And up to the plate now, the right fielder for the Rebels, Garrison Vaughn, takes a strike on the first delivery from Montgomery. That was right down the middle. You can't get a better pitch to hit than that. 0-1 count. Montgomery with the delivery. Gets him swinging on that delivery. Pitch was a little bit high, but Vaughn went after it, and it's an 0-2 count quickly for the senior lefty. Starts his windup. That one slapped to Beltran, who's adjust. It looked like it was going to go over his head, and then it just died. Beltran was ready to start backpedaling, and he hesitated for a second. Nice read by the second baseman to get the out there.
Yeah, hit that one right off the fist, and didn't get a lot of it, but enough to temporarily fool Beltran, but he was able to pick it up and make a good play on that.
So Martinez, the first baseman, at the plate now to face Montgomery, and takes a strike on that front outside corner.
Good breaking pitch there. He's been coming at him past couple batters with fastballs and started off that one with a nice curve.
0-1 delivery now. Slapped to center field for a single by Martinez. And he'll round first and stay there. So that'll bring to the plate Andrew Cisneros, the catcher.
14, Cisneros.
Cisneros got a single his first at bat and scored the lone Rebel run in the second inning. He singled to center field his first at bat. And we have a lightning signal from the lightning detection equipment at AC Bible.
Yep.
And it looks like we're going to have a lightning delay.
Well, before we go on that, Chuck, I just want to bring you something that I've had for quite a while. When we moved, I had this hidden in a box, so I wanted to bring it up. It is a plaque. It says, "Special thanks to Coach Kracy, Leander Youth Football Association, 2013," and a young Coach Kracy in that picture.
Yeah, that's a few years ago. Thank you very much. It's, I should have probably came and picked it up between now and 2013.
No, I had it and I found it. I've had it in my garage for a while, and I said I got to bring it one of these times. So
beautiful.
anyway,
Well, I'll add it to the collection.
Yep.
So.
Yep, for all of your work in football and doing, voice of the Leander Lions and stuff. So all the kids and all the parents appreciate all your hard work. So, and for the past for football, we definitely want to, thank you for all your efforts and putting up with all the yelling and screaming and teaching the kids to play football. And we've seen a lot of them get to the next level.
I appreciate that. It's a lot of fun. It's easy to try to take credit for something that is easy. I mean, it's when you come out and you get to enjoy sports and you see these kids grow and develop over the years. It is a unique experience, and my wife always says it's a hobby, and it is, and we have a lot of fun with it.
We do, definitely do.
So, and I guess we're going to take a break with the lightning delay as well. If you tune out, please tune back in. About a half hour is usually the time period that we wait. As long as that thing doesn't go off again, we should be getting going here at about 7:30, and we'll resume. So be sure and tune back in. SHN Sports. Thank you for listening. I'll just leave the stream on.
Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP. Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Safe driving should be rewarded. That's Allstate's stand. Contact your local Allstate agent, Amy Maddox, at 512-257-1753. You're in good hands with Allstate. If you're listening, welcome to the Diamond at Leander, where we were nearing the end of the lightning delay when the lightning detection system we're literally 2 minutes away. Unless that's a indicator that
it could
been
be
30 minutes. Yeah, it may have been because it went twice.
It went 2 horns that time.
Yeah, so 2 horns. So we may be getting ready to get underway here as you see some fans start filtering in here. 7:30 is what we were targeting as the time, and the horn went off twice, which usually indicates for a second I thought, oh, no, we got to wait another 30 minutes. But no, the 2 horns is the indication that we're good to go. And actually you see a little bit of sun northwest of us here coming out as we look like the teams aren't still here, though.
No one's coming out yet from what I can see. And I was walking around outside and definitely heard the 2 horns, and one of the coaches confirmed that means it's all clear. And I'm not sure if the baseball players are walking out yet, but can't see anyone coming towards the field right now.
Well, and they walked all the way to the locker rooms, which is across the parking lot. So we'll see a mass of humanity here in a moment when they start walking back out. Someone probably needs to relay that to the coaches that the all-clear signal came from the lightning detection system. But, of course, there's always that risk that it will go off again. The Lions lead the Hayes Rebels 3-1. We're in the bottom of the second inning here. Lions scored 3 runs here.
That'd be the top of the third.
Oh, we're in the top of the third with 2 outs. Oh, that's right. We did get into the third before the lightning delay. So Hayes is up to the plate. They have a runner on first base, Aiden Martinez, but he'll be on first base with 2 outs. Cisneros will be at the plate once we get going. Hopefully the delay didn't harm, at least in the Lions' case, their starting pitcher, Mason Montgomery. He was dealing pretty well going into that delay. He had 6 strikeouts to this point of the game, which is 2 and 2/3 innings in.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll see what they're doing in the
Looks like here come the players.
Yeah, they're walking out now, but it's always, even though they're back out on the field, they once again have to get warm unless they were staying loose in the locker rooms and maybe doing some bands or something like that for Mason. But obviously, you don't want to come out with that delay as hard as he throws and injure your arm by not being properly prepared. So
yeah,
we'll see
not
what
with
happens.
not with the kind of future that is possible for a talent like Mason. We've seen throughout the season when he starts on the mound, there are pro scouts here in the stands with their radar guns. And, in fact, we saw a guy tonight with a Pittsburgh Pirates emblem on his Major League Baseball draft hat. So, the guys are out here. Montgomery committed currently to play college ball at Texas Tech University. Not the only Lion player committed to play baseball in colleges. Hensley will be playing at what's the name of that school again up there in Oregon? I always want to say Penn and Teller, but I know it's
Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark.
I mean, I know it's not
Penn
Penn
and
and Teller, but I always want to say Penn and Teller.
Yeah, he's going
Obviously,
to
Lewis and Clark famous for discovering the Mississippi and finding the trail all the way to the Pacific. But
I didn't know Alex was going to be a magician. Wow.
Yeah, right?
Cool.
a comic and a magician. 'Cause I don't know why. I guess it's just the 2 names, with the ampersand in the middle that throws me off. The Lions are making their way into the dugout now. They went into the Blue Barn and grabbed all of their equipment, and so we're going to get back underway here momentarily. We'll take an opportunity here, mention the sponsors real quick. They include Lowe's, Leander Orthodontics, Take 5 Haircuts, Timmons Insurance Agency, Malik & Company, Texas Spine and Injury Center, Austin Simply Fit, and Amy Maddox. That's State Farm, right? Yeah. I don't want to get it wrong. I know, there are multiple insurance agencies in the area. I had a little problem with particular chicken sponsor in the past, confusing them with other chicken restaurants. I'll just leave it at that, because they're a big sponsor and we enjoy their sponsorships.
There's so many directions I can go with that, but I'll leave it alone.
And again, the Lions are getting ready. The Hayes Rebels also looks like they're getting. Are they?
Yeah, they're coming in.
They're coming into their dugout as well, and we'll be getting underway here shortly. Here on SHN Sports. I'm just glad that we're going to get to finish this game because you know, it really throws a monkey wrench in the schedule. You try to make sure that you're available for all of the games to be able to do the broadcast, and then sometimes a game will get delayed in the middle, and then, you know, it'll just be like, oh, we're going to finish this game at 2 o'clock on Tuesday. You know,
especially the third game where someone has to travel as far as they do. It's not like they can have a double header to make it up.
Right. Especially since they squeezed the double header in prior to the Easter holiday. Which I fully was for, because if I'm going to drive down to Hayes a couple of times, I'd rather drive once for 2 games than twice for games individually. So it is quite a drive. It is a nice drive, but at times, depending on the time of day, the traffic can be quite hideous.
Brutal.
And, you know, you hear their solutions, not to get too political or anything, but you hear solutions for traffic all the time, and none of them ever come to fruition. Now they're talking about some kind of train system that Capital Metro is wanting to put in. We'll see if that gets any traction.
Yeah, if they can pick me up at my house and take me wherever I want to go in Austin on a train, I'm all for it. But if I have to make 14 stops or get a cab
walk 3
and then
blocks,
go somewhere else, and forget it.
Yeah, and walk 3 blocks. Not especially when you can just Uber if you need to, just get somebody to come and pick you up. It makes it a lot easier. And it looks like we are going to get underway. The Lions are out on the field warming their arms up, stretching out a little bit.
Mason is back in the pen warming up, obviously, so they're not going to call it for him yet tonight.
Well, and it has cooled down quite a bit from the temperature at start time. We were upper 70s at start time, and we're significantly less than that. At least the breeze is quite cool, and so with a delay in the game, you definitely want to make sure not just your pitcher's arm is warmed up, but all of the players need to get their arms warmed up, and they're, stretch out that torso for swinging the bat and stuff. It's the last thing you want to do is come up there cold and swing the bat and pull a muscle in your rib cage or something. Be done for the year, basically, because you can go out there and tough it out, but it's going to hurt. That's one of those that as a youngster, they don't. It's easy to recover quickly from things, but that stuff sticks with you later in life if you don't properly stretch and prepare. And so, well, we got Jake Egglesey in the house for you Lion football fans. And people are starting to pour back in to pick up here this remainder of this rubber match between the Hayes Rebels and the Leander Lions. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to SHN Sports.
Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcast, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Safe driving should be rewarded. That's Allstate's stand. Contact your local Allstate agent, Amy Maddox, at 512-257-1753. You're in good hands with Allstate.
It's Coach Cano. You're watching the Leander Lions on SHN Sports. Go Lions.
Welcome back to the Diamond at Leander, where we're getting warmed up to finish this the third game of a 3-game series between the Lions and the Hayes Rebels. The Lions went down to Kyle on Thursday and took a little bit of thumping in game 1, but turned around and from a great pitching performance from Joel Rios on the mound, were able to get game 2. Key hits from Alex Hensley and Omar Hernandez and a couple other guys to make sure the Lions were able to pull out that second game. They're here in the rubber match ahead of the Hayes Rebels here 3-1 with 2 outs in the top of the third inning. When we come back to or when we're back live playing, the Hayes Rebels will have Andrew Cisneros, rather, the catcher, at the plate to face Mason Montgomery, the starter for the Lions tonight. He has 6 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings of work so far. Has given up a run. Lions had a couple errors there in the second that allowed the Rebels to get a run across. Mason currently with a 2-hitter. He's facing Ulysses Tovar of the Hayes Rebels, who also has a 2-hitter, but he's given up 3 runs. Right before the lightning delay in the bottom of the second, Noel Salazar came up with 2 outs and runners on first and second, and drove one to the gap in right center field, went all the way to the wall. He was able to clear the bases with a triple, and then he came across to get the 3rd run for the Lions there in the second. Let's see who knocked him across.
It was Mason Montgomery. A single at the center field.
Yeah, got him a single and drove him in. And so the Lions up 3-1 here as we get ready to get started. The umpires making their way on the field.
Yeah, this is the 3rd game of this series, and then starting on Friday, they start playing Lake Travis, who some have ranked number 1 in the country. Then following that series, and they go play Westlake, and then follow that up with Lehman. So those are the series down the road this month. So look for some exciting baseball here at Leander High School.
Well, that just goes to show how vital it is to win this series here. You know, the Lions had an opportunity to sweep Vista Ridge, and Vista, you know, the good club, battled back and was able to grab that 3rd game. Vista with an opportunity to sweep the Vandergrift Vipers tonight, having beaten them in the first 2 of their 3-game series, which, you know, the Lions, you know, had a couple breakdowns defensively, but, you know, the Vipers were able to sweep the Lions, and Lions probably had a chance to win 1, if not 2 of those games, but were unable to do so. And so you have Lake Travis, number 1 team in the state. Some people rate them number 1 in the country. They're undefeated. They're 18-0. We've got them next. We can get 1 or 2 from them going into those last 2 series. The Lions have a real opportunity to find themselves in the postseason this year.
That'd be just a really big turnaround from last year. I know they played a lot of tough games last year, but they just couldn't get the runs to support, you know, the pitching that they had. And this year they seem to have a good job of clicking together. They're playing together. They seem to be having fun. Confidence at the plate is a big deal. We've talked about that earlier tonight and throughout the season. And we're just having some fun out there and playing some good baseball.
Yeah, they're getting ready to get started. Montgomery on the mound now, warming up on the field. The Lion defensive players out, position players out, warming up. Just waiting on the umpire to get in position, and we'll get this thing going.
Yeah, a couple more pitches, and we'll be back on playing some baseball.
And it looks like the majority of the front is, or the storm is really by us. It looks like it just skirted to the east of us a little bit. I mean, we've got wind and a little bit of cool air, but it looks like most of the storm is by us, right? So so we should be able to finish this out and not have to worry about some kind of makeup half game down the road.
It felt a few drops during the break, but there's obviously no rain in the picture here, so looks like we'll be able to finish this game tonight pending any other
it's
delays.
The lightning delays you got to worry about. So because it doesn't have to rain for that machine to go off. So Montgomery on the mound. Coming to the plate for the Rebels is Andrew Cisneros, the catcher. He got a single in the second inning and was able to score after a couple of line errors.
And that is correct. 0-0 count, right?
I believe that is the correct count. First pitch, a strike to Cisneros on the outside corner. He was swinging, but he couldn't catch up to it. Montgomery doesn't look like he's too cold. Starts his delivery. There's a pitch. It's in the dirt. And that'll advance Martinez as it gets by the catcher, Clayton Maddox.
Yeah, maybe a little bit harder right now for the batters to get back warmed up, unless they're swinging when they come out, because obviously Mason's over there pitching and getting warm and stretching, but you're not really out there swinging the bat a whole lot.
We've got an 0-2 count here. Montgomery with a chance to get out of this side. That one slapped foul as Cisneros stays alive. That's the second strike of the count. We got no ball, 2-strike count.
Yeah, I'd love to see another strikeout here in the inning and get back in the
dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes, rather. 1-2 delivery here from Montgomery. Slap to right center. Kellum on his horse is able to catch it over the shoulder for the out. That was a nice drive by Cisneros, but Kellum with a great play in right field to get the third out. Lions will set the Hayes Rebels down with no runs here in the third. And we'll take a quick break and be right back for the bottom of the third inning. I'm Chuck Kracy with Mark Sickles and Rich Hensley on SHN Sports. You're listening to Leander Lion Baseball. We'll be right back.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Hi, this is Coach King. You're listening to Leander Lions Baseball on SHN Sports.
Coming to the plate for the Lions will be Joel Rios, number 4, playing third base. Joel walked his first at bat on 4 pitches in the first inning.
As we expected, Tovar is back out on the mound for the Rebels. But going back to that last inning, runner on first base, and the batter hit a nice drive to right, deep right field, and great job by Noah Kellum, getting on his horse and running back and catching over the shoulder, kind of a basket catch to get the third out. And that was a nice play right there, because easily a run would come in off if he didn't catch that ball.
Yeah, and that was a tough catch. He made it look pretty easy, but by no means was that an easy play. Especially with the wind the way it is, adjusting the ball. But it came out there pretty quickly, and he was able to use his speed and get that, like you said, the kind of the over-the-shoulder basket catch for the out. So Rios up to the plate now here. He walked, as I mentioned, on 4 pitches. His first at bat in the first, he was stranded there at first. First delivery from Tovar, slapped foul by Rios. He was a little bit late on the swing, got under it, and it came behind us.
Yeah, we're getting that twilight right now where it may be a little bit tougher to pick up that pitch. The lights aren't on full, and you still have a little bit of sunlight. Sometimes it's tough to pick up that pitch.
0-1 delivery from Tovar. Big breaking pitch, grabs the outside corner, and now Joel's down 0-2 to the Hayes starter, Ulysses Tovar. Tovar starts to wind up, delivers the 0-2 pitch. Rios slaps it over the shortstop's head for a base hit. Nice work. He was down 0-2, and he fought that one right over the shortstop's head for a single, and the Lions have a base runner on here with no outs in the third.
Tovar made a pretty good pitch on that as well. It was kind of low and outside, and Rios went out and kept the bat out and didn't jump out in front, was able to drive it over the shortstop's head. Good job of hitting.
Now Hensley at the plate with a runner on first, no outs here in the third inning. Hensley struck out swinging his first at bat. He turns to bunt, lays a bunt down the third base line. Nice job. There's a play at the plate, and Hensley with a sacrifice. He almost beat it out, but not quite, as Rios advances to second on the sacrifice bunt.
Yeah, that was a great bunt right there. That actually was on the line, on the third base line, and the third baseman had to run in and basically barehand that to make a play, and he made a really nice play to get him out at first, but it was close.
Yeah, he had to decide quickly, too, because Hensley was hustling down the line.
But he did his job advancing the base runner. Now he's in scoring position with 1 out.
First delivery to Beltran, a ball high. Rios at second. That delivery in for a strike on the outside corner. And a 1-1 count here to Beltran with a runner on second. Tovar looks at Rios.
Nice
Beltran slap. That'll score Rios from second as Beltran slaps it into the corner, and he's got a double. And Rios in with the score. Beltran with a 1-run double with no outs, or 1 out rather, here in the third inning.
Beltran jumped all over that pitch. It was inside, and he drove that into the right field corner. Great job of hitting right there, seeing that pitch and driving it where it was pitched.
And so now the Lions, with another run, up 4-1, bring to the plate Omar Hernandez, the left fielder. Beltran at second. Tovar, his delivery slapped foul by Hernandez on the third base side for the first strike of the count.
Yeah, they've been through the lineup a couple times now, and they've seen Tovar. They've seen what he can throw. They've seen that he's not going to overpower them. He's going to throw some off-speed pitches, and he may want, throw a fastball by him if they're not ready for it. But they've seen his pitches, and now they're jumping on him.
0-1 count here to Hernandez. He flew out to the shortstop his first at bat. It was a high towering fly, a little bit out of the infield. He's got a 1-1 count here with a runner on second. Tovar starts the windup. There's the pitch. Stays up in the strike zone. So it's a 2-1 count. Just want to announce that JV Red won their game in Kyle at Hayes 5-0. Way to go, JV Red. That delivery on the outside corner for a strike. Hernandez laid off of it. He wasn't real happy about the call. That front corner can be tricky, though, on the outside there. 2-2 count now with 1 out. Tovar waves off the first offering from his catcher. Takes the second. There's the delivery. It's low for a ball, and we have a full count. Good eye by Hernandez there because that was real close to the strike zone. So with a full count, 1 out, Hernandez with an opportunity here to add to the line lead. There's the pitch. Stays high, and Hernandez is on with a walk.
Good job staying off that pitch right there. It sometimes could have been called. It was up high, but he was able to hold off, and the umpire's been pretty consistent on those pitches tonight. So didn't really have a whole lot to worry about. He got trotted down to first base, so now 2 runners on with 1 out, and they're going to make a change on the mound.
And the Lions got Noah Kellum coming up to the plate here. And so we'll see who the Rebels bring to relief. Ulysses Tovar. Looks like it's going to be, was that a 10? No, that's the pitcher now is Tovar is 10. Let's see. Looks like it's going to be 13, Nicholas Shimkus.
Looks like number 11, maybe. I can't even tell.
It might be a 20. It's hard to tell. Well, there's not a 12, so it's got to be 18. Andrew Guzman is what I'm thinking. It's either 18 or 17. I can't really tell. You know you're getting old when you can't see that second number. It might even be 24. It looks like a 1 on the first number. I think it's probably
number 18, Guzman.
Guzman. I was right. Andrew Guzman in relief here. Thanks to the PA announcer, Jeff Ruin, for bailing us out there.
Yeah, it took 5 of us monkeys to figure out the number on his back.
Well, it's difficult. You can't really see the front number because it's just too small when you're old like we are. And it looks like Guzman coming in relief here. Finds himself in a little bit of a jam. The Lions are bringing up Noah Kellum, who had a single, drove in a run, and was able to score in the second inning. Also had an awesome catch in the last half inning for an out in right field. So the lefty steps up to the plate. See if he can continue the hitting streak that he started in the second inning when he got his first hit of district play. He steps in to face Guzman.
Corners in and middle infield's back.
Guzman delivers high for a ball to Kellum.
Yeah, no one keeping, well, they're slightly, shortstop kind of coming over, keeping a runner close to second, but he's got a big lead.
Big cut from Kellum there on that delivery for a strike. Couldn't quite catch up to a 1-1 count. That pitch stayed on the outside corner. Kellum steps out of the box, readjusts. He's got runners on first and second here with 1 out. There's the windup. Guzman steps off the rubber to force Beltran back on second.
Yeah, they're not really keeping him on close to second, so if we can get a hit through, then Beltran should score easily.
A big cut from Kellum, didn't catch up to it though. 1-2 count now.
Yeah, he's been staying on the outside part of the plate on those 2 swings that Noah's taken up there, and hasn't been able to hit it out towards left field.
Noah a little upset with himself, steps back in the box to face Guzman here on a 1-2 delivery. There's the pitch. Stays high for a ball. Good eye by Kellum. It's a 2-2 count now. Kellum has a runner in scoring position. Anthony Beltran out there on second base. Omar Hernandez behind him at first. 2-2 delivery. Oh, stayed outside for a ball. That was a close pitch on that outside corner. Counts full.
Yeah, it was a breaking pitch, and it looked like it was just outside of the plate, but it was a good-looking pitch.
Yeah, it was wicked. Payoff pitch here with 1 out. Kellum fights it off, foul on the third base side. Count remains full at 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Noah Kellum, the hitter, back in the box to face Guzman, the reliever for the Hayes Rebels. Guzman starts the windup. There's the payoff pitch. Outside for a ball, and it gets by the catcher. Runners just advance the 1 base they would have anyway as Cisneros hustles down to
Number 6, Alex Young.
get the loose ball. And so Alex Young, the center fielder, will come up with 1 out and the bases loaded. Young flew out to center field his first at bat on a first pitch swing, so we'll see what he does here, facing the reliever Andrew Guzman with 1 out, bases loaded.
The corner's playing to come home if they get a ground ball.
Young slaps it to center field. It's caught by the center fielder. Lions unable to tag up.
Oh, there's an opportunity there.
Yeah, they had a chance, and they couldn't pull the trigger, and so there's an out by Young and center field. Nice job by the center fielder of Hayes to get it in, but you know it was loose, and that was Rustin with the catch and throw. So Salazar back to the plate. He flew out to the shortstop his first at bat, and then he emptied the bases with 2 RBIs on a triple his second at bat, and then scored shortly thereafter. So he steps in to face the reliever Guzman with 2 outs and the bases loaded. First pitch delivery. Big cut from Salazar, a little ahead of it.
Down 0-1 now. Noel back in the box. Guzman takes the signal from Cisneros, starts his windup. Here's the delivery. High for a ball. Count moves to 1-1. On deck for Leander is Mason Montgomery.
Yeah, third base is cheating in on this with 2 outs. A little surprising. If Noel can shoot it past third, good opportunity on that side.
That delivery from Guzman outside for a ball count, now 2 balls and a strike to Salazar.
Typically with 2 outs, you see a third baseman play back, get a ground ball and touch third base, but he's playing up even with the bag down. Now he's starting to cheat in towards the grass, thinking that Salazar may try and drop one down on the left side.
If anybody would do it, he would. Salazar swinging away, pops it up into left center.
Tough.
Oh, the shortstop falls down, but the left fielder is able to come in and make the play for the Rebels to retire the side, but not before the Lions had another run here in the third. They lead 4-1. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to SHN Sports, Leander Lions Baseball.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Safe driving should be rewarded. That's Allstate's stand. Contact your local Allstate agent, Amy Maddox, at 512-257-1753. You're in good hands with Allstate.
This is Coach Grissom, and you're listening to Leander Lion Baseball on SHN Sports.
Welcome back to the Diamond at Leander, where we're getting ready to start the 4th inning. The Lions lead the Rebels 4-1. If you're scoring at home, the Rebels line is 1 run on 2 hits with 1 error. The Lions 4 runs on 4 hits with 2 errors. Coming to the plate now for the Rebels, number 6, center fielder Chase Rustin, to face Mason Montgomery, who remains the starter for Leander.
Yeah, he got the bunt on the right side that got past Hensley's dive earlier this game. So
he's a pretty good ball player. He's had pretty good series against the Lions. There in center field, made a nice catch and throw in to keep the Lions from actually getting another run the last half inning. Maddox decides to walk out to the mound to talk to his starter, Mason Montgomery. And Coach Grissom comes out to talk to the umpire. And we may have a pitching change here. Let's see what strategy is in play. And Coach Grissom decides we're going to stay with Mason. He just wanted to talk to the umpire, I guess. 1-0 count here to Rustin, the center fielder. He steps back into the box. He's a right-handed hitter. As we mentioned, he laid down a bunt and ended up getting all the way around to third. He drove in the 1 Hayes Rebel run. Or I don't know that the run scored then on that bunt or not.
no, I think it was on the next one, the error on the.
So it would have been Tovar.
Would have been the next one where it went off the third baseman, hit off his chest, and at the left center field.
1-1 delivery here. Nice breaking pitch by, man, that is just scary looking.
Yeah, he comes at you with the fastball in the 90s, and then he throws that breaking pitch, and it
looks like it's
for the
going to go
right-handed
into
batter,
the
looks
net.
like it's not even going to be close to the plate, then it breaks off the inside corner.
That delivery high and outside, trying to get him to chase it, thinking it might be that same pitch, and so the count evens up at 2 as Rustin lays off the pitch. No outs here, top of the 4th inning. Montgomery delivers and gets him swinging for his 7th strikeout of the night. And all of them have been, the Rebels have been swinging. You know, you give them credit. They haven't been fooled looking. They're at least going down swinging.
Hey, if you're going to go, you might as well take a hack.
And so coming to the plate now will be Ulysses Tovar. He started out on the mound for the Rebels. He's been since relieved on the mound. First delivery from Montgomery to Tovar, high for a ball.
I'm not sure where they moved him in the field. Second delivery. Tovar swinging, can't catch up to it. 1-1 count. Nice pitch there by Montgomery as he continues to work. 1-1 delivery. Big cut from Tovar. Could not catch up to that fastball. Man, that thing was smoking.
Yeah, he's been in the groove so far since we've come back after the break. He's been focused and just throwing strikes.
Yeah, he's dealing. I think he stayed warm while everybody else sat around and chatted maybe. 1-2 delivery. On the outside corner, and then he gets the first one of the Hayes Rebels looking there, and that Ulysses Tovar looking on that one for the 8th strikeout of the night for Mason Montgomery here.
Number 8, Lildal.
And so Liljadal, the shortstop, comes to the plate. He struck out swinging in the second for one of those 8 strikeouts. Montgomery delivers the first pitch and gets him swinging on that one. Man, those are some vicious-looking pitches.
They are. He's feeling right now. He's nice and smooth out there on the mound. He's not trying to force anything and just letting his ability just carry him right now.
They cannot catch up to those pitches. They're just coming. Look, even Liljadal just shook his head as he stepped out of the box. Man, I didn't even see it.
Don't try and be cute here. Just go right at him. If he hits it, he hits it.
0-2 delivery here, and he gets him. Oh, they say it stayed inside as Montgomery went. So we got a 1-2 count. That's the second time that's happened tonight. It looked like a strikeout and not called by the home plate umpire. So we got a 1-2 delivery here from Montgomery to Liljadal. There's the pitch, and he gets him swinging. And so Liljadal is not going to get caught looking. He goes down swinging, though, and that is the 9th strikeout for Mason Montgomery as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. I'll mention the sponsors here. We won't go on break. We'll just talk about them. They include Lowe's. You know, you're working on your landscaping or home improvement and you want to do business with someone who supports your lines, then go to Lowe's. And then you have dental work, go to Leander Orthodontics. They're at 512-260-5300. Also a Leander Line sponsor. Need a haircut? Some of these kids do, I know that. Take 5 haircuts. Sign them up at 512-506-9055. Timmons Insurance Agency. I know my auto insurance comes through Timmons at 512-402-0595. You got Malik and Company, Texas Spine and Injury Center. Hopefully nobody needs the Texas Spine and Injury Center, but it's nice to know they're there if you need them. Austin Simply Fit, and of course Allstate with Amy Maddox. You know, coming from someone who's had some back issues, you don't want to have a good back doctor. You don't want to have a back doctor at all. But I guess if you're going to have one, you need to be a good one. And Texas Spine Injury is just that. So
yeah, you definitely want to go to the right ones and get you back on the field.
That's right. And so coming to the plate for the Lions to open the bottom of the 4th, Mason Montgomery, starting pitcher for the Lions tonight. He'll be followed by the DH, Hudson Ruin, and then after him will be Joel Rios in the lineup.
Mason's 1 for 2 tonight, had a pop-up shortstop and a single out to center field.
It drove in a run, Noel Salazar from third on that second at bat. Guzman winds up to deliver, and that one breaks across the plate. Started out real high and then just dropped for a strike. Pretty good pitch from the reliever. So 0-1 count. Montgomery's seen what he's got. He pops that offering up high, and the second baseman able to backpedal up and make the catch in shallow right center field. Nice play by Stevenson there for the Rebels to get their first out here. Coming to the plate now, Hudson Ruin, the DH for the Lions, DHing for the catcher, Clayton Maddox. First delivery from Guzman outside for a ball to Ruin. .1-0 delivery. Ruin pops that up. It's going to be out of play.
Oh, came back in just inside the fence.
Yeah, inside the line dugout there almost. Would have been a incredible Sports Center type catch had he made that one.
Yeah, I don't know if the Lions standing there in the dugout would have let the first baseman get close enough.
The 1-1 count. Ruin steps into the box to face Guzman, the reliever. Andrew Guzman delivers. Slap to center field for a single. Nice hit by Ruin. And the Lions have a base runner here with 1 out in the 4th.
Yeah, that was a solid hit right there. That's a tough play for the center fielder. He's coming in thinking I may be able to track that one down, but it was hit so hard it dropped about 3 feet in front of him, and it could have gotten by him.
Yeah, Rustin's a pretty good fielder out there in center field, and he was able to make the adjustment. You're right. It could have easily gotten by him, which would have been a stand-up double with Ruin's speed. So at the plate now, Joel Rios with a runner on first and 1 out. Guzman steps off slowly. Doesn't have quite the fast pickoff move some of the line pitchers have, but he forces Ruin back to first nonetheless with a throw over to Martinez. Rios in the box. Guzman starts the windup, delivers home. It's low for a ball. Rios not an easy swinger. He's very good hand-eye coordination. Coach Grissom has mentioned that a couple of different times in interviews, both defensively and at the plate.
Yeah, he's been on twice tonight with a walk and a single. See if he can keep it going.
That one caught the outside corner, I guess, on that front corner 1-1 count. To Rios. Guzman starts the windup, turns and throws to first. Ruin back in easily. Ruin's tall enough, all he has to do is lay down and he's on first. 1-1 count, 1 out. Rios in the box. Guzman gets the signal from Cisneros, starts his windup. There's a pitch, low for a ball. Good eye by Rios. It's a 2-1 count now.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be looking for something to drive right here.
Hensley on deck for the Lions. Lions have a real opportunity to try to extend this lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 out. 2-1 delivery here from Guzman. Slapped down third base. They're going to say it went foul right before the bag. Home plate umpire. Coach Grissom, of course, had the fair call on, but not an official, so they called it foul. 2-2 count here with 1 out.
Yes.
Looked fair to me. I think all I had to do is touch the bag, right?
He just has to graze it or go over it.
You got a 2-2 count here, 1 out. Guzman starts the windup, delivers, bounce to third. There's 1. Rios hustling out, but they get 2 on the 5-4-3 to retire the Lions.
A nice scoop over there, first base Martinez, to get that 3rd out.
Yeah, you know, double plays. You spend too much time watching Major League Baseball, and you think double plays are just routine, and they're really not. Especially in high school and even college, you know, to turn double plays, it's not that simple. The Hayes Rebels able to do it there, and we'll go into the top of the 5th inning. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Leander Lion Baseball on SHN Sports. I'm Chuck Kracy with Mark Sickles and Rich Hensley. We'll be right back. Safe driving should be rewarded. That's Allstate's stand. Contact your local Allstate agent, Amy Maddox, at 512-257-1753. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen.
Welcome back. Tovar at the plate for the Rebels. Montgomery remains on the mound for the Lions. First delivery from Montgomery to Tovar, a ball. Montgomery working quickly, 1-0 delivery. Gets the inside corner for a strike.
Starting the top of the 5th inning, we have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up.
Yeah, this is Isidro Tovar, the brother of the starter Ulysses Tovar. That delivery outside from Montgomery, it's a 2-1 count.
It'll be important here for Montgomery to stay on track and not get some base runners on. Just keep throwing strikes like he's been doing.
Tovar struck out his first at bat facing Montgomery, and he finds himself at an even count here, 2 balls, 2 strikes with nobody on. Montgomery working quickly with no one on the mound, kind of feeling it. 2-2 delivery outside for a ball, gets by the catcher Maddox. No big deal with no one on, full count though. Is Isidro Tovar here, the hitter for Hayes. Montgomery starts the windup, payoff pitch, gets him swinging for the, is that the 10th strikeout for Mason Montgomery tonight, and just one of those Hayes Rebels caught looking. Most of them, all 9 of the others went down swinging. Coming up now to the plate, Drew Cooper, the left fielder, he struck out his first at bat in the 2nd inning, although he battled his way to a full count before he did so. Down 0-1 here as that first pitch goes right by him on the outside corner. He was swinging but couldn't catch it.
Montgomery's been, when he's within himself and he's not trying to overthrow, which is hard to say because he throws mid-90s, but when he's trying to overpower it, you'll see it get up and away a little bit, but he's doing a really good job of staying within himself and throwing strikes.
That one stayed outside, 1-1 count. That one right down the middle, swinging by Cooper, and it's a 1-2 count just like that.
Yeah, it's hard to say Montgomery's trying to overthrow, but sometimes even when you're throwing mid-90s, he'll try and bring a little bit more, and just if he just stays within himself, he's still throwing 90s. So
right.
Don't need to bring it up too much if they're not hitting you, which obviously they're not tonight. So just keep throwing strikes.
Counts even now at 2 after that pitch with 1 out. Montgomery winds up, delivers right on the inside corner. He gets him looking for the second Hayes Rebel batter to go down looking.
That's 5 in a row for Montgomery.
And that's also the 11th strikeout here tonight in 4 2/3 innings of work. So, potential 12 outs, and that can't be right, is it? I'm off there on a half inning or something. First delivery to the new hitter, Seth Stevenson, the leadoff hitter, the second baseman. He struck out twice, both times swinging, once in the 1st and once in the 3rd against Montgomery. We'll see if he's figured out Mason here. The count, 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, 11 strikeouts so far.
Right.
11 out of 14.
Yeah, that's what I was saying 11 out of 12 in my mind. I was like, that can't be right because there's been other outs. I knew I was off a little bit, but 2 balls, no strikes here to Stevenson on the inside corner for a strike. So 2-1 count now. Montgomery really dealing on the mound right now.
Yeah, and he's controlling his pitches. You haven't seen a lot in the dirt, and of course Maddox behind the plate.
Great job by Beltran to get over there and get in front of it. He couldn't quite get up in time to get the throw, however. And so Stevenson with a single to deep second.
What I was talking about, Maddox, and you see a lot of these guys that throw hard, and if they're in the dirt, well, the catchers have a brutal time behind the plate trying to block those pitches. And Mason's done a really good job of not throwing a lot in the dirt, not throwing a lot high.
So Garrison Vaughn at the plate now with 2 outs and a runner on.
Pretty clean game for Maddox.
To face Montgomery. Yeah, there's a reason why he's back there catching during Montgomery's outings. He's a little more comfortable facing those pitches in the dirt. Although, like you said, Montgomery's really not putting any in the dirt tonight. 1-0 delivery. Just misses the outside corner, 2-0 count now. This is Garrison Vaughn at the plate for the Rebels. He's got a runner on first with 2 outs. Montgomery winds up, 2-0 delivery.
Ooh.
Inside for a ball, and just like that, Montgomery with a 3-0 count to Garrison Vaughn, the right fielder. number 2 hitter in the order. 3-0 pitch. And they put Vaughn on in 4 pitches, and so Stevenson will advance to second, and Vaughn with
good
a
job
walk.
going out and get them calmed down. There are 2 outs now, 2 runners on. Now there's a runner in scoring position, but he's been doing a great job tonight. Just needs to settle himself down and put the ball over the plate. If they hit it, they hit it, but chances are they're probably not going to.
Man, he worked himself out of a jam earlier in the game in the second inning. They gave up a run, but he was, had 1 out, bases loaded, basically, or no outs and bases loaded, and struck out the 7, 8, and 9 hitters to get out of that jam. And so we'll see if he can get a strikeout here or force a ground out of the first baseman, Aiden Martinez. And Martinez hit a 2-run homer off Rios in Game 2 of the series, but the Lions still able to win that with 6-5. Montgomery to face Aiden Martinez. Montgomery's first pitch delivery. It's in the dirt, and there's a runner advancing to third. Throw from Maddox is there. A little bit late, and the runner's in safe. Both runners advance. And so got a 1-0 count to Martinez, and runners on second and third with 2 outs. Montgomery starts the windup. There's the pitch. Right on the inside corner. Wicked pitch. It's a 1-1 count now to Martinez. Martinez represents the tying run for the Rebels. Montgomery starts the 1-1 delivery. It's in the dirt outside. Nice job by Maddox to knock it down. It's a 2-1 count. Runners didn't really have any opportunity to advance. Great work by the catcher.
And time to focus right now. 2-1 count. Although you do have an open bag, you can put them on if you're not going to pitch anything over the plate, but still you don't want to put too many runners on here. Give them opportunities to get more runs.
Well, and the cleanup hitter's on deck. Andrew Cisneros, the catcher, so I'm sure he's there intentionally to protect Martinez. Count even now at 2 after that strike delivery. And some Montgomery with a chance to get out of this, really, with a strikeout here. 2-2 windup. Montgomery with the pitch. Gets him swinging for the third out. And Martinez goes down again the second time. And Montgomery has his 12th strikeout, and the Lions go into the bottom of the 4th, leading 4-1.
He really reared back and brought it on that one. You saw him. He was pumped up going off the mound, did a little spin and ran off the mound for 12th strikeout of the night, 12 out of 15.
Well, and you know, that's probably the biggest offensive weapon that he just struck out that the Hayes Rebels could really send up to face him. And he got him swinging, and the Lions up 4-1 here at the Diamond at Leander. We'll take a
bottom of the 5th.
Bottom of the 5th. What'd I say? Bottom of the 4th. Thanks. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to SHN Sports, Leander Line Baseball.
With SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcast, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
This is Coach Grissom, and you're listening to Leander Line Baseball on SHN Sports.
Welcome back to the Diamond at Leander, where the Lions lead the visiting Hayes Rebels in the rubber match of a 3-game series here in District 25 6A baseball play. Coming to the plate now for the Lions, Alex Hensley to start the bottom of the 5th inning. Hensley had a strikeout his first at bat, and he walked.
Had the bunt sacrifice.
Bunt sacrifice, that's right, in the 3rd. First delivery from Guzman in for a strike. Big breaking pitch. Hensley he was taken all the way on that one.
Yeah, nice slow breaking pitch and dropped over.
0-1 delivery. Fouled back by Hensley, and he finds himself down 0-2 here to Guzman, the relief pitcher here, to open the fifth for the Lions. I mean, bottom of the fifth. Hensley going to have to protect the plate here. Guzman gets a signal from Cisneros, starts the windup. There's the pitch. It's inside and low for a ball. Good eye by the number 5 hitter, Hensley. Got a 1-2 count here. Guzman starts his windup. 1-2 pitch, high and outside for a ball. Count evens up at 2 now as Hensley works himself back into a decent count. Guzman with a 2-2 delivery. Takes the signal. There's the pitch. Low for a ball. Counts full now. Hensley went from a 0-2 count to a full count here. Guzman starts the windup here for the payoff pitch. Hensley slaps it high to left center.
Deep shot.
Deep left field. It's to the fence. That's a double for sure. And man, that wind, if it wasn't blowing in, that would have carried out for sure. Hensley with a stand-up double to open the fifth for the Lions here. Up to the plate now, Anthony Beltran.
Yeah, hit that one deep, and left fielder didn't have a chance on that one. The whole question was, is it going to go over the fence or not?
Yeah, was it going to carry or not? And you see the flags are kind of blowing in that direction, and it knocked it down. It was just a few feet shy of getting out of here, and it looks like that's going to force the Hayes coaching staff to potentially bring in a reliever. We'll see what they do. Coach has the ball in his hand. Let's see if they bring somebody else out. And they do. Let's see if we can figure out what his number is.
All right, 5 of us. See if we can figure out his number.
That's 11.
11.
That's the easiest number to read. So let's see. What do I have for 11 here on my roster?
Now pitching for Hayes, number 11, Oakfield.
And 11 is going to be Jeremy Copeland coming in relief. I believe he pitched a little relief in the doubleheader. I don't remember. I think it must have been the second game because I think that Aiden Martinez pitched a complete game. It was shortened, but it was a complete game.
That's a good start here for Leander in the bottom of the 5th inning, getting a leadoff double. Puts more pressure on the Hayes Rebels. See if we can get another run across. No outs here. Now we have a runner standing at second base.
Yeah, and it's Beltran coming to the plate for the Lions. Beltran, he walked and scored his first at bat in the second. Then he had a double and advanced to third before he was stranded there. Having a pretty good night at the plate is the second baseman, Beltran. So we'll see what he can do with Hensley on second and coming up to face the reliever, Jeremy Copeland.
Looks like Copeland has probably the fastest pitch of all 3 pitchers for the Hayes Rebels tonight. Bringing some more, they'll bring in the hard stuff now, see if Leander can catch up to him.
I think he's their long reliever, maybe even kind of a closer for him. So Beltran comes to the plate with no outs. Runner on second, bottom of the 5th inning. Beltran steps in. He turns to bunt. Pulls the bunt in the last second. Hensley advancing to third. He's in safe with a stolen base as the catcher had a little bit of a problem with the pitch. And so Hensley over at third safely with no outs.
Yeah, kind of a delayed jump and a delayed steal there, but he saw the ball in the dirt and he took off, and the ball was a little bit outside on the throw to the third baseman, and it rolled out to short left field, but not far enough for Hensley to come on in. So it looks like they got some dirt in his eyes. See if
I think he might have lost a contact or something. He's certainly rubbing his face. You know, he slid in head first with a Pete Rose style slide. He's going to go rinse his face out. Let's see what the coaches decide to do here. They're going to get a pinch runner in over here. Looks like it's going to be number 13. That's Charlie McCabe, I believe. Gallagher's number 13. McCabe's 10, I guess. I can't even read this. Yeah, Ryan Gallagher coming in to pinch run for Hensley.
Number 13, Ryan Gallagher.
Got a 1-0 count to Beltran here.
Great opportunity here. See if Grissom wants to play a little small ball, get an extra run across, or he's going to let Beltran hit it. The infield's now is creeping in on the grass.
Beltran's got his favorite gap is wide open there in left center, so let's see what he does with this offering from Copeland. 1-0 pitch. Beltran lays off. It's a 2-0 count. Beltran back in the box to face Copeland. Copeland starts the windup. There's the pitch. Inside for a ball, and Beltran, a nice count here, 3-0.
See if Grissom gives him the green light here to swing if something's pretty. Infield in, it may be a good opportunity if he can slap one through.
3-0 delivery right down the middle. Beltran taking all the way. 3-1 count. Yeah, you know, Coach Grissom rarely gives someone the nod on a 3-0. 3-1 delivery. Big cut from Beltran. The count's full now. He couldn't quite catch up to that offering from Copeland.
You all right? Let's go, baby.
So Beltran steps back in the box. Payoff pitch. Slap foul by Beltran to stay alive. That one was a little low in the strike zone. Beltran wasn't going to go down looking, though, and he swings. Fights it off. Copeland steps back on the rubber. Full count delivery here to Anthony Beltran. Leander Line, second baseman. Here's the pitch. Slap fair for an RBI single. Gallagher comes across, and Beltran with another RBI. The Lions add another run to their lead. It's now 5-1.
He got all of that one and just drove that out. Line drive out to right field, and first baseman really didn't have a chance.
So Hernandez, the left fielder, steps to the plate for Leander with no outs and a runner on first. Copeland turns and throws to first to get Beltran back. Hernandez steps in the box. Copeland takes the signal from Cisneros, looks over to first, delivers home. Hernandez had turned to bunt and pulled back. That pitch kind of faded outside for a ball. Wise of Hernandez to pull back there on that bunt attempt. 1-0 count. Copeland delivers. Hernandez squares and bunts. Beautiful bunt. He's hustling down the line. Cisneros able to get the throw, but the runner advances on the sacrifice, and so Beltran's on second on the sac bunt by Omar Hernandez.
Number 7, Noah Keller.
And so a 2-3 gets the first out for the Lions here on that sacrifice. Kellum at the plate now. Had a single, a run scored, and a walk so far tonight. First delivery to Kellum inside for a ball.
Looks like there may be some lightning way off in the distance to the south of us.
Over there near the lake, probably. 1-0 delivery. Inside for a ball. Nice eye by Kellum. It's a 2-0 count. He steps back in the box there, lefty. I just saw it as well. 2-0 delivery. That one's in for a strike. Counts now 2-1. You know, before the days of the detection systems, we would have to delay just based on the visual of seeing one. even though it's probably 50 miles from here. That delivery inside for a ball that counts 3-1 now to Kellum.
Yeah, wherever that is. Nice lightning storm way off in the distance. May be able to pick that up on the monitor.
3-1 count. Slap foul by Kellum. The count now full. Not happy with that when he felt like that was his pitch. He steps out, shakes his head, readjusts, and he's back in for the payoff pitch here. 1 out, Beltran on second. Copeland takes the signal from Cisneros, starts the windup. There's the pitch, high for a ball, and Kellum's on base.
Good job laying off those pitches, getting on base, put a little more pressure on the Hayes Rebels.
Now up for Leander, number 6, Alex Young.
So Alex Young to the plate now with runners on first and second for the Lions here. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lions on top of the Rebels 5-1. Young getting the signal from Coach Grissom. Young has flown out to center field twice tonight. So he's been making contact with the ball. He's just hitting it right to Rustin there in center field. First delivery, bounce to the shortstop. He's able to make the scoop and get the lead runner at second for fielder's choice, and the Lions will have runners on the corners in Beltran and Young as Kellum goes down on the fielder choice. So Noel Salazar, the leadoff hitter for the Lions tonight, steps to the plate here with 2 outs and runners on the corners. Very dangerous. He got a two RBI triple with 2 outs his last at bat, or no, the bat before the last at bat. So he's flown out twice, and he has a 2 RBI triple, and he scored a run. Pretty good evening for the sophomore shortstop. Copeland with the windup. There's the pitch to Salazar. It's in for a strike right across the outside corner. Salazar was taken all the way there. 0-1 count now.
Yeah, see if they put Young on the move here.
And you're right, they did. And,
Oh,
and
there it is,
Salazar hits
perfect.
it in the gap, and that'll score a run on third. And Young all the way to third. There's going to be a play at third. He's in safe.
Perfect.
Nice job by the Lions.
Yeah, perfect hit and run right there. What happened there was Young took off towards second base. Shortstop went over to cover, and that left half the infield open. Salazar hit it right through the shortstop hole for an RBI and a single. Great job. Great call by Grissom right there to open up that infield.
And you called it right before he even he may have already made the call, but
yeah, well,
nice.
with 2 outs, I mean, worst case, maybe they throw him out at second base. You have your leadoff hitter up top of the inning the first time, next time you're up at bat. So it's really, not a bad call to make, even if it is a 3rd out.
It paid off there, and Montgomery up to the plate now for the Lions. Takes the first delivery from Copeland as a ball. 1-0 count.
See if they send Salazar here.
Big cut from Montgomery there. He couldn't catch up to it. It's a 1-1 count. They got the runner on third, Alex Young. Salazar over at first. 2 outs, 1-1 count to Montgomery. He has a real opportunity to extend his lead here as the starting pitcher. Big cut from Montgomery. Couldn't get it. Breaking pitch from Copeland kind of fooled him a little bit. 1-2 count.
So here's another opportunity here, 2 strikes. They may send Salazar. If he gets thrown out, then Montgomery's back up to bat again. See what they do. Nope.
Copeland pitch inside for a ball. Count evens up at 2. I think that's a pretty good strategy. Montgomery has grounded into a fielder's choice. His flew out in the first, grounded fielder's choice in the second. It looks like he flew out again in the 4th. That one a high fly ball. Shortstop having to adjust, but he's able to get under it, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. The Lions able to add 2 to their lead, scores 6-1 here as we finish the 5th inning. If you're scoring at home, the Rebels have 1 run on 3 hits with 1 error. The Lions 6 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. We'll take a break here momentarily. You're listening to SHN Sports, Leander Lions Baseball. We'll be right back.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Safe driving should be rewarded. That's Allstate's stand. Contact your local Allstate agent, Amy Maddox, at 512-257-1753. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hi, this is Coach King. You're listening to Leander Lions Baseball on SHN Sports.
Welcome back to the Diamond at Leander, where the Lions lead the Rebels 6-1. Coming to the plate for the Rebels, number 16. Or check that, that's number 14, Andrew Cisneros, the catcher, coming up to the plate. First delivery from Montgomery. Looks like it stayed inside a little bit for a ball. 1-0 count to the Rebel catcher. Montgomery's pitch there a little high. 2-0 is the count to Cisneros. Cisneros, he had a single and scored a run in the second inning, and he's flown out his other bat. And he takes one in the hip from Montgomery for a hit by pitch and a base runner for the Hayes Rebels as we start the 6th inning. So Chase Rustin, the center fielder, will come up. We got a courtesy runner for Cisneros, the catcher. And it looks like that might have been number 14. No, the 14 was the catcher. I didn't see who came out. Runner on first to Rustin. Montgomery throws it to first. 24 looks like who that courtesy runner is, and that's Jack Otto. Montgomery looks to first, delivers home. Big breaking pitch, grabs the outside corner.
Good looking pitch right there. Good
Boy,
break.
I didn't think it was going to break, and it did. So Rustin was fooled. I was fooled. I think everybody was fooled. 0-1 is the count. Montgomery going to make sure that Jack Otto doesn't get too far off first base here. It's the advantage of being a lefty when you have a runner on first. That delivery, just missed the inside corner. Count evens up at 1.
Yeah, just checking the radar. A lot of lightning. We can hear the thunder, but it's pounding Smithville right now. That's how far away it is.
That's a clear night if you can see it that far. Big cut from Rustin. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, I guess everything behind the storm was pretty clear because it does look like it's a little windy, but it's fairly clear. Beautiful night for baseball. 1-2 delivery. Montgomery decides to throw to first and force Otto back into the dirt safe there at first. Montgomery taking the signal from Maddox, the catcher. Looks over to first, delivers the 1-2 pitch and gets Rustin swinging for his 13th strikeout of the evening. And he's just working out there.
Number 10, Tovar.
11 of those, the Rebels went down swinging. 2 went down looking. And so coming to the plate now, Ulysses Tovar. He started the evening on the mound for the Rebels. Montgomery starts the windup, decides to throw home. Montgomery delivers home, high for a ball.
Yeah, haven't been a lot of defensive plays here tonight because Montgomery's been on. So the defense hasn't had to, he hasn't had to rely on the defense too much. He's just been throwing strikes. See if he can keep that up.
That one right down the middle, fouled off by Tovar for a strike. You worry a little bit about that when a pitcher's dealing like Montgomery is, that your defense gets a little lazy and maybe isn't as alert, but the lines have done a pretty good job when it has been hit. That one got by as Montgomery saw Otto take off, and he tried to throw it outside to give Maddox an opportunity at a throw. Maddox wasn't ready for it, though, and it got by him, and Otto advances over to second base, and so the count 2-1. Montgomery delivers home, fouled off by Tovar. It's going to be a 2-2 count now. One out. We've seen Montgomery pitch his way out of a couple of mini jams. Let's see what he does here with a 2-2 pitch. Decides to turn and throw, force Otto back to second. That throw to second always worries me.
I'm always
from coaching Little League.
I'm always scared of the one where they try and go to third where the runner's maybe a foot off the bag. Always goes in the dirt to the fence. Oh,
that one
pitch.
Got him looking.
There it is.
Tovar goes down looking there. That was a wicked pitch on the outside corner. And so that is the third strikeout of a Hayes Rebel looking, the 14th overall for Mason Montgomery. And to the plate now, number 8, Richard Liljadal, the shortstop. He struck out swinging twice against Montgomery this evening. Montgomery looks back at the second, delivers home. I don't see how that's not a strike, but it must have stayed up in the zone, I guess. Ball is the call. 1-0 delivery here from Montgomery. He winds up fouled back by Liljadal. He got up under it and lifted it out of play behind us here. 1-1 count. Montgomery looks back at second, delivers the 1-1 pitch. Nice breaking pitch, and I guess it just missed that inside corner. Man, that was just on the movement alone, you almost have to call that a strike. 2-1 count.
Yeah, Montgomery stepped off the mound, kind of smiled towards the base. Second shortstop, see if he can get it here. Nope.
Outside for a ball, 3-1 count now.
Just needs to take a deep breath and throw some strikes. If he hits the ball, he hits it. But, right now he doesn't need to lose them and get too many people on base. There you go.
That's a big cut from Liljadal. Could not catch up to it. 3-2 is your count. We're full on the count. Runner at second, 2 outs. Payoff pitch from Montgomery. Outside, and Liljadal takes it and is able to get a walk out of it. And so the Rebels will have 2 runners on with 2 outs, and coming to the plate will be the number 8 hitter. Looks like we're going to have a reliever or a pinch hitter, Jackson Massey, coming in, number 21, to relieve Isidro Tovar.
Number 21, pinch hitting, Massey.
Yeah, this is more than likely to be the last batter for Mason Montgomery with pitch count. Right, we have him unofficially at about 105 right now.
First delivery to Massey outside for a ball.
See if we can get one more strikeout here.
1-0 pitch. Fouled off by Massey. The count evens up at 1. Massey batting left-handed. Steps into the box. Rebels have runners on first and second here with 2 outs. That one slapped to third. Nice scoop by Rios. He fires it to Hensley, and that's the side. Lions will stay on top as we finish the 6th inning. The score is 6-1 on the 5-3 Fielder's Choice. So you're right. We'll probably in the 7th have if necessary, have a new pitcher come in for the Lions.
A pretty impressive evening for Mason Montgomery tonight. Plenty of strikeouts. And from my unofficial count, I think he may have had 2 walks, just from looking at my book, from what I can see. 2 walks.
Lots of strikeouts, I know that. Yeah, I think I've got 2 as well. And so Ruin coming to the plate for Leander here to open the bottom of the 6th inning. I suppose if Coach Grissom is going to relieve Montgomery, he'll probably bring in Kellum here in relief. We'll see, though. Ruin coming to the plate. On deck is Joel Rios, and he's followed by Alex Hensley, the 5-hitter tonight. Copeland on the mound in the 3rd pitcher of the game for the Hayes Rebels. They started out with not Isidro, Ulysses Tovar, and then went to Andrew Guzman in relief, and he didn't last very long. And now Jeremy Copeland in relief for Hayes.
Little activity in the bullpen. Looks like Kellum is warming up right now. See if they put anyone else up there to get loose.
Kellum has 3 saves on the district season, and so he's a hard-throwing lefty, so a little bit different release point than Montgomery, so it's a little different, even though it's both of them are coming from the left side.
Ump needed a minute.
Ruin steps in the box. Copeland delivers. First delivery inside for a ball. Good eye by the DH for the Lions, Hudson Ruin. Second delivery, grabs the outside corner for a strike. Count evens up at 1. The wind's starting to pick up again here late in the game. 1-1 delivery from Copeland, low for a ball. Count now 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, Kellum's over there warming up right now in the bullpen. I suspect he'll probably come in, as you said. 2-1 delivery, slapped fair. Caught by the left fielder, though, as it almost fell in that gap, but it's going to be an out to the left fielder for Ruin.
Joel Rios.
So Joel Rios will step to the plate for the Lions. Joel, as he had a walk in the first, he got a single in the second and scored a run. And then he grounded into a 5-4-3 double play his last at bat. First delivery from Copeland on the inside corner for a strike. Rios was taken on that pitch. 0-1 count here. Inside for a ball. Count evens up at 1 to Rios. Copeland winds up, delivers. Rios pops it up. Shallow center field. Rustin's there with the catch, and that's the second out of the 6th inning for Leander. And coming to the plate now will be Alex Hensley, the first baseman.
Alex
Hensley struck out in the first, had a sacrifice, and then was a fielder's choice there in the 3rd. And then he got a double and scored a run in the 5th. He pops it to left center. High fly ball, right center rather. The right fielder able to get under it. That's Garrison Vaughn for the 3rd out. And we'll move to the top of the 7th inning as the Lions lead the Hayes Rebels 6-1. We'll take an opportunity here and mention our sponsors real quick. That's Lowe's, Leander Orthodontics, Take 5 Haircuts, Timmons Insurance Agency, Malik & Company, Texas Spine and Injury Center, Austin Simply Fit, and Allstate with Amy Maddox. Those are your Leander Lion booster sponsors. And as we mentioned, Noah Kellum coming on in relief of the starter Mason Montgomery here in the top of the 7th with a chance to slam the door. This isn't a save opportunity, though, is it, with a 5-run lead?
Now the 5-run lead, it wouldn't be, but another great opportunity to get on the mound, get another save, get some more confidence, and he's been confident this whole season.
Yeah, he finally got some good opportunities at the plate, and he took full advantage of them tonight, and so he gets another opportunity here for the Lions on the mound.
And talking about opportunities at the plate, the Lions have done a great job putting the bat on the ball. For my book, I only have 1 strikeout and 4 walks, not counting all the hits that they had, so they're doing a good job of putting the bat on the ball. And good job seeing and swinging at good pitches. So they've done a really good job at the plate, the whole team tonight.
Well, we always, when the Lions win, we pick a player of the game. And so far this season, it's all been pitchers. And it's not from a lack of hitting. It's just from dominant performances on the mound. And we have another one of those dilemmas tonight is Mason Montgomery, already having won a player of the game earlier in the season, has 14 strikeouts. It's hard to beat that.
Yeah, 14 strikeouts and 2 walks. So you can't get much better than that.
And we had some guys had some outstanding nights at the plate too. That like I said, you want to try to give it to a hitter every once in a while. But man, when you have a dominant performance on the mound like that, it's hard not to give it to the starter there. Kellum with his first delivery is outside for a ball. The hitter, number 15, Drew Cooper, batting in the 9-hole. Counts 1 ball and no strikes. Kellum winds up, delivers, gets the outside corner. Nice pitch there on that outside edge for a strike. And a 1-1 count now to Cooper. That one stays outside from Kellum's 2-1 count now.
Max tried to bring that in, squeeze it a little bit, get that call, but just too far outside. That
one chopped to Rios at third. He gets it on a high hop and gets it over to Hensley for the 5-3 to start the 7th inning, and the Lions have 1 out.
Yeah, that's one of those in-betweens for the third baseman. You can try and charge it or just lay back, and he was able to catch it clean and get it out of his glove really quickly and throw it across the diamond for that first out.
Yeah, smooth play by the third baseman, Rios, for the first out. Kellum here to face Stevenson, the leadoff hitter for the Rebels tonight. First delivery outside for a ball. Stevenson has struck out twice and then got a single and advanced all the way to third before he was stranded. That delivery low for a ball, 2-0 count now to Stevenson. Kellum working fairly quickly here. He just needs to throw strikes. Force the Rebels to put the ball into play and let his defense do the work. That delivery outside, and it's a 3-0 count now to Stevenson here quickly. Kellum getting the signal from Maddox. Starts his windup, 3-0 delivery. Down the middle for a strike. Stevenson was taken the whole way there, count 3-1. Kellum starts the windup, 3-1 pitch. And Stevenson's on balls to first base with 1 out. Coming to the plate now will be Garrison Vaughn, the right fielder for the Rebels.
You got the infield playing back in the middle and a little bit in on third, so looking for a double play here if we can get a ground ball.
Kellum looks over to first as he starts his windup, delivers home. Just misses low with that one for a ball to Vaughn. 1-0 count now.
Yeah, don't want to be too cute here. Just throw strikes and let your defense make a play.
1-0 delivery from Kellum. Drops out of the strike zone. It was a good pitch. It just didn't stay in the zone. 2-0 count now.
Yeah, Kellum backs off the mound, kind of regroups, takes a deep breath, gets back on the mound here. Just throw strikes. Let's get out of this ball game and take 2 of 3.
2-0 delivery on the inside corner for a strike. And Kellum works to a 2-1 count. 1 out, runner on first. Lions leading 6-1. Chance to close this series out in the rubber match. Lions split the doubleheader on Thursday with the Rebels. That one on the inside corner, and quick throw from Maddox. Hensley almost there to get the tag, but quickly into the base. Drew Cooper. Or check that, that's Stevenson on first, rather. 2-2 count, now 1 out to Vaughn. Kellum delivers. Gets him looking. Pitch. What a pitch by Kellum there.
Yeah, nice breaking pitch and just froze him for the second out. So last out here if we can get it.
So 15 total strikeouts for the Lion pitching, 14 of those from Mason Montgomery, the starter, but Kellum with a wicked pitch there to get his first strikeout here in relief. Now Aiden Martinez to the plate. Slaps it foul as they sent Stevenson on the hit and run attempt. It's going to be an 0-1 count to Martinez.
Yeah, that runner means nothing right now. Doesn't need to mess around with him. Just pitch to the batter, see if you can get a strikeout or a pop-up or ground out and get out of the ball game.
Real quick throw by Kellum over to Hensley to try to get Stevenson. 0-1 count to Martinez. Kellum getting a signal from Maddox, looks over to first. Delivers home on the inside corner. Throw from Maddox on the steal attempt. He got by the second baseman, or the shortstop Salazar, but Beltran able to knock it down and keep it from going into center field. Stevenson will get the stolen base there, and the Rebels will have a runner on second with 2 outs. It's going to be a 1-1 count to Martinez, the hitter. Rebel first baseman steps in the box. Kellum gets a signal from Maddox.
No one even keeping him close at second.
Delivers home. Martinez swinging, foul tip. It's going to be a strike and a 1-2 count now, as Kellum has an opportunity to close this one out here.
Yeah, Stevenson could basically, walk over to third base if he wanted to. That run means nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about him at all. Get this hitter at home. Kellum, 1-2 delivery here to close out the game. There's the pitch. Slap to first where Hensley makes the play at first, and the Lions close out the series and are able to win the rubber match and take 2 of 3 from the Hayes Rebels and win their second series of District 25 6A play. They have 3 more series in district to go, starting with Lake Travis this weekend, and then they'll follow that up with Westlake and then Lehman, and we'll see where it all shakes out. Typically we'll do a player of the game. Do you want to go down and interview them? What do you want to do here? We want to bring in Montgomery for the player of the game, Rich?
I think we have to. I mean, with that performance tonight, I don't think there's some other hitters, but yeah, he was just dominating tonight, so I think we need to get him in.
Yeah, if you don't mind, Mark, right over here, right outside the press box is the crowd mic, and what we'll do is if you'll walk over and we'll get him to come up a little bit. We need to holler at Coach Grissom here and make sure he's aware. As the teams shake hands, the Lions again able to pull out the series here against the Hayes Rebels. I'm going to turn my mic down here and yell at him. Hold on. So Coach Grissom got the message, and we'll wait here briefly. In fact, we'll take a quick break while we're waiting for Mark to interview the player of the game, Mason Montgomery, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Leander Lion Baseball on SHN Sports.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Yeah, we only have one cord, so he's going to have to come.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Safe driving should be rewarded. That's Allstate's stand. Contact your local Allstate agent, Amy Maddox, at 512-257-1753. You're in good hands with Allstate. No, you're fine. We'll turn the camera to you. Coach, you got to...
Took 2 of 3 from Hayes Rebels, so you're in good position heading into this weekend against Lake Travis, who people have said are the #1 team in the country in some polls. But hey, played a great game tonight and a good series.
Well, we feel good about the way we came out here and played. Hayes is a very accomplished team. They can really play the game, and I was really pleased by how we moved the runners up and we came up big hits. Noel had a couple big hits. Anthony had a couple of great at bats. Hudson hit the ball hard. Alex Hensley hit a ball out to the fence. I think even Mace even had a hit, so that was kind of cool. But I tell you what, 14 strikeouts I think tonight, so that was pretty impressive, and it's nice to be able to run number 9 out there, and he's a pretty special kid, and he's a heck of a talent. So it was his night tonight for sure.
Definitely, yeah. From our count, we only had for Leander 1 strikeout and 4 walks. That's a great ratio.
Yeah. I'll be really honest with you. That's the thing that I'm most proud of is, we talked about preparing for velocity all year long. That was our thing. And we're not going to strike out. We're not going to watch strike 3. We're going to put the ball in play. And I think a lot of those things are really coming to fruition, and the boys are believing. And, man, we're hitting the baseball. And as long as we do that, we're going to give ourselves a chance.
So let's go to the player of the game, Mason Montgomery. We had 14 strikeouts and 2 walks, so congratulations. Great job tonight.
Yeah, I was just focusing on the process, as Coach Cano says. Just doing what I know best and getting up there and competing, letting my teammates do the work in the field, and the rest comes.
So tell us about the break. We had the lightning and the 30-minute delay. What'd you do during the break, and how'd you keep yourself composed to come back out and be dominant after the break?
I kind of just took that time to relax and just kind of stay warm and keep the arm loose, and then once we got back out here, threw a few pitches, and I was ready to go at it.
Great. Well, congratulations to the Leander Lions winning tonight, and player of the game, Mason Montgomery, and now we'll be heading up to play Lake Travis this weekend.
And that the player of the game, Mason Montgomery, along with head coach Matt Grissom and Mark Sickles there with the interview. We want to thank you for listening to the Leander Lion broadcast here of Game 3 versus the Hayes Rebels, and we hope you tune in on Friday as the Lions take on the #1 team in the nation, Lake Travis Cavaliers, at 7 p.m. Thanks for listening to SHN Sports.
The proceeding was a presentation of the SHNSports.com broadcast network. This broadcast was under the direction and copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. On behalf of Rob Hip, Director of Operations, Carl Schoening, Director of Broadcasting, Mike Capps, the SHN Broadcast Academy Director, and all of our crews who make these broadcasts possible, we wish you well and thanks for joining us.